Hi, I'm Vanessa, and I'm the food lead with Andover Parish and run the Good Grub Clubs. Today, we're going to be making protein balls, which are a brilliant after-school snack or even a packed lunch treat. Today's recipe uses dates, which aren't always the cheapest ingredient to find, but you can make lots of different versions of this, which use peanut butter. For school purposes, we're trying to avoid that, but you could perhaps change dates for raisins or figs or any other dried fruit that you prefer. So a quick glimpse, these are the protein balls, which I quickly put together this morning, and now I'm going to show you how to as well. First things first, apron on, hands washed, tie hair back. Because nobody likes a stray hair, and because I've touched my hair now, make sure my hands are clean. So, first thing we need are those dates I mentioned, and we need to chop these up really finely. If, however, you have got a blender or a smoothie maker or one of those sort of wand things, you don't need to worry about that so much. But you do need to pre-soak your dates into boiling water to make sure they're soft and malleable. I'm using the chopping method. So, the safe technique is to form a bridge with your hand and put the knife in between the bridge so you don't cut your fingers. Now these are a bit squidgy, and if you don't like touching squidgy things or sticky things, you can always put some gloves on. Now once you've got 2 cups of those all chopped up, you simply pop them in the bowl. That was rather speedy, wasn't it? So that's 2 cups of dates, and then 1 cup of coconut, desiccated coconut, the really dried, sort of crunchy stuff. I couldn't find any when I was shopping, so I'm trying coconut flour, which is much finer. And then 1/4 of coconut. No, cocoa. That's a really gorgeous chocolatey flavour, but it doesn't have the sweetness of chocolate. So don't try tasting that on your own, because it will be bitter. Now to soften it all up, I've got some coconut oil. It doesn't look like oil, it's really quite solid. If it gets hot, it goes completely clear and see-through. We're going to pop that in the bowl as well. And start to mix it all up so that that coconut oil becomes soft and mixes with everything else. So it helps to bind it all together. Now, if you've got a sweet tooth, you might like to put some honey in at this point or something similar. What I'm going to do to sweeten mine up a bit is put some little treats in. But first, and a little crunchy, healthy bit, is some chia seeds. Poppy seeds, sesame seeds, any seed would do. We've got 2 tablespoons of that. What I love about this recipe is that it's all cups and spoons rather than ounces or grams. It's much easier to measure. So another quick stir of that. And what would you like to pop in yours? I'm a real chocolate fan, so I'm going to put some more chocolate in. These are dark chocolate, not too many. If you want it sweeter, white chocolate or milk chocolate would do that for you. Or, of course, you could add some marshmallows. Cooking with children, mini marshmallows are always a winner. And once that's mixed in, if you're using a pulverizing motion, a blender or a smoothie maker, you might want to put the treats in afterwards, otherwise you're going to get gunked up. All the blades are going to get gunked up with the marshmallows. And then it's just using your hands. So again, if you're sensitive to texture, perhaps some gloves, and not woolly gloves, obviously, but some little plastic gloves, type you might get in a first aid kit, type we might have all used during lockdown to try and keep us safe. And just squidge that into a ball. Sort of that size. It is a bit messy, you can see from my fingers, but it will be worth it, I can assure you. Now you can add to these, if you like, by I just realised I put the water in. 2 tablespoons of water as well. Depending on the weather, depending on your mixtures and mixes, you might need to put more water in or more or the coconut in, just to get the right consistency. That one came out beautifully, but it may just be I got the right thing at the right time. So when I make these at home, I quite like spoiling myself a bit by rolling them in melted chocolate and then dusting with more cocoa powder for a real chocolatey fix, or sprinkling with nuts or even more seeds, just playing and decorating them. For a special occasion, spraying a bit of gold spray on them. Now these will keep for quite a while, potentially. You might eat them all down in one go. So just pop them in an airtight container, and then you've got them ready to add to your packed lunch, if you've chosen to go without nuts, or really good straight home from school or straight home from work snack. If you suffer from hunger, if you get hungry and you need to eat before your mind can start working again, this is one of those brilliant snacks that you can have just lying around the home. So as with all our recipes videos, if you just look in the comments below, you will find how to make them yourself. Do enjoy, and I'd love to know, do comment if you make them yourself and what variations you use. Love to see you again. Bye.